Hi everybody, I'm Jake Seid, co-founder, general partner of Ballistic Ventures, and we're excited to announce Magnitude AI and the 10 million Series Seed that Ballistic Ventures has led. With me, I've got Rami Habal, founder and CEO. Thanks for being here, Rami.
Excited to be here.
Well, let's start off, tell us a little bit about what do you do, why does it matter?
Yeah, so Magnitude is building the world's first autonomous AI workforce for third-party risk management teams and security teams. And our goal is to replace all the manual spreadsheets, point-in-time assessments that companies are doing around security reviews with a continuous, autonomous governance and defense solution. And this extends across the enterprise.
And why is this important now? What's been the catalyst?
Well, if you look at what it is that we're doing, this is coming in at a very opportune point in time. Today, companies need AI to buy AI safely. And there's very little visibility as to the risk embedded in what you're purchasing. And number two is you need AI to protect against all the AI-based attacks that are coming in through your supply chain. And those are kind of the two kind of key pillars that we're finding ourselves, it's kind of like the right time for the solution.
Yeah, the AI-based attacks are certainly a different speed and scale than what we've seen before.
That's right.
And so in terms of how you're different, what's been kind of the main areas of innovation that you're bringing to the problem?
If we were to step back, there's a lot of manual processes, as I mentioned, that are kind of like point in time, and a very different type of solution is needed. The point in time tends to be what traditional compliance teams have done, but what security teams demand is something that is more real time, as we talked about. So in terms of how we're different and where a lot of our innovation is, we're an AI native architecture, and what that allows us to do is have comprehensive coverage across the entirety of use cases as it relates to third, fourth, and fifth party risk. Our quality is really, really high, and ultimately, the speed at which we can operate is instantaneous. We take a process that might have taken 4 to 6 months of calendar time, and we can shrink it down to weeks and sometimes hours, if not minutes, with all the different agents that we provide acting together.
Yeah, and certainly something that we've seen is that this is a surface, this third-party surface that's come under more attack now.
Correct.
Is that something that you've seen, and why is that the case?
So there's really 4 ways to dissect this. One is we're in a hyper-connected supply chain world right now. That's just the state of things. And attackers are getting superpowers with all the frontier models, and I'll talk about Mythos and other models in a second. But just if you think about from an attacker standpoint, it's much easier to attack a supply chain and have this force multiplier effect where I can pop 1,000 companies rather than attack them one by one. So we're just seeing an increase in the attacks. There is new mandates being issued, board level, C-level, to implement AI everywhere. That's exposing more and more risk. And these attacks, as you're alluding to, they're operating more and more at machine speed right now, given the models. And today we talk about Mythos and GPT-5.5 Cyber, but imagine when you have all these open source models from China and other places, that's just gonna, it's an inevitability that the attackers are going to gain enormous power. And so this is on the offense. And then finally, with this flood of vulnerability that's coming, vulnerabilities that are coming through the supply chain, it's just impossible for any humans to live up to the task. So if you put all of those trends together, we like to say that AI and Mythos are essentially breaking the math on third-party risk management, and it's time for it's a new approach, a new architecture, is just a new way of doing things.
So focusing on leveraging agentic AI to address this third-party risk management issue, and what comes next for Magnitude AI?
So From the beginning, our view was there's a lot of critical but mundane jobs that are done in the CISO's organization. Third-party risk was a big piece of that, and obviously this has been greatly amplified in terms of its importance, given what we just talked about. But our platform is a multi-agent platform. We have half a dozen agents now, more are coming, moving beyond third-party risk management to first third-party and end-party risk management as far in terms of any external dependency. One way I like to think about it, imagine if you had a swarm of agents surrounding every single external dependency in your organization, and its ability to identify them, correlate all the different risk vectors, all the layers of governance, and ultimately result in an automated remediation step. That's kind of our where we want to go with this over the coming years. So it's a multi-agentic platform directly applicable to your external risk.
That's great. Well, congratulations again on the big launch, and thanks everyone for joining us.